Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.
I am loud. One moment, please.
I am loud. One moment, please.
Okay, excuse me. Can you guys hear me okay? Looks like we have the ice beam. And the ice beam was put to use by CanadianOwl here. Skarsnik's also going to be putting the ice beam to use to get this item up in the ceiling. This is the logical way to get this item. CanadianOwl picking up an E-tank to the right of this item. Now let me introduce our two runners here. We have for you today a moment. This is a round 3 match 2 in the winner's bracket. So both of these runners have pretty healthy a healthy time left in this tournament for sure. But if Canadian can pull this win out, they will be moving on to round 4. And so, yeah, so everyone wish our runners here some good luck. And let's see how this race transpires here. As you can see, getting ice is can definitely be a nuisance here, as we see Skarsnik on the left turning it off, Canadian electing to leave it on. You can see how much slower that room was with it on. You can also see CanadianOwl going to have a much more difficult climb here with the ice beam, unless they elect to do Behemoth Climb, and it looks like they're going to go for the Behemoth Climb. But Skarsnik's going to be able to kind of plow through here, not having to worry about freezing the pirates, which is pretty nice. Did we lose game audio? Yes, we did. Hold on one second. We'll do CanadianOwl. Boom. You guys should be able to hear something now. Okay, so this was planned to be a 4-way, but Dark and D-Drake's race has been postponed to coincide with one of the Dirk Sue Slaughter's matches later on today. So now we have prepared for you a 2-way between Skarsnik and CanadianOwl. Again, this is round 3, match 2. Canadian taking the first match. We have a very interesting timer choice here. I know CanadianOwl put up their timer last minute, so I'm going to work on getting that cropped in for you guys. So let's see, we got some power bombs and some supers here. Okay, Swap's got the cropping. Thank you very much. And Skarsnik's most likely going to be making the same play to the 230 missiles, which was our first missile pack. So we're already pretty good, looking pretty good for ammo here in the beginning. Skarsnik's just gonna go ahead and take the alternative route here, and looks like interesting. Canadian's gonna take a save here. I might elect to go down and check. Words are hard. Might elect to check Billy Mays and then reset. There's nothing fancy there. Skarsnik is going to get 230 missiles here. What's really interesting about this is Skarsnik could elect to go down without saving, and then lose a little bit of time from Owl's time save here. Well, Skarsnik will most likely elect to go up. Having 5 power bombs is interesting. Okay, so Owl is just wanting to check the below of the brain. The amount of power bombs they had wasn't really the best amount of power bombs to go down the entire way. But okay, so Skarsnik's actually taking the lead here. Knowledge-wise, Owl knows that there's nothing below Mother Brain, but Skarsnik may never check that. Ooh, we find another super pack. So that's a good number to have right there. As you can see, Owl is going to be picking up that super pack here in a little bit. Gets a little bit of a bounce ball action. We're going to get the back of escape here. Going to get that checked. I predict a suit here. Skarsnik making it interesting. Nope. And both of our runners are now going to be heading down into Green Brinstar. We can full clear Green Brinstar. Half of it logically. One half is blocked by Speed Booster. The other half is open to them with power bombs and supers. And Skarsnik's look like they hit their head there. Again, I just want to point out, Skarsnik's timer is very interesting. The milliseconds occasionally move back and forth. It's really interesting. Oh, and yes, sirree. We have just found the double E-Tank in the back of Green Brinstar Reserve here in a super pack, which is really nice. Puts our runners at 15 supers, but what's really, really interesting is that, oh my gosh, checkmark 4A? What? This timer, guys, it's killing me. We do have charge here. Which is nice. It's going to allow our runners to... This is actually not my favorite item to find early because the better runner can skip a lot of ammo. Although learning RBO has really helped me with my... Ooh, Canadian gets the quick drop through there. Okay, now we're going to go into... Oh, look at this sync, guys. I know I just started a sentence and then didn't finish it, but you can see Owl's use of the Moonfall there put them back in the lead, but this is really a really nice race so far. We're gonna see what we get here at the basement item. It's a super pack, and we got some synced supers here, and we have another super pack. And as you can see, Canadian's already feeling comfortable. I'm gonna skip those. Skarsnik, on the other hand, is looking like, I'm gonna pick these up. Nothing wrong with that, but again, a better runner is going to be able to skip a lot of the ammo after finding charge. Charge ice is not the best beam combo, but with already 25 supers, that's looking pretty good. And already our 4th E-Tank at the power bombs, the Edakun power bomb location. Very nice. And Canadian's going for the reverse mothball out of Edakun's here. Got a little bounce ball there, gets it, very nicely done. As Skarsnik is lagging behind a little bit because their movement through the Green Brinstar Hellway there was a little bit slower than Owl's. Is Owl trying to do an ice clip? That's really interesting. I like it. So far, really no progression. Having charge and ice is nice. We know that we're not going to have to farm, or excuse me, we're not going to have to go searching for ammo or charge. And we don't have to worry about finding speed for the most part. We have a way, let me put it this way, we have a way through to Botswana. And I just recognized Al is also using a funky timer, so I apologize. We may never know what time it is. We may never know. But there's a missile pack at the Mission Impossible. So the double missile pack from the outside Mission Impossible missiles, and you know, Skarsnik's not too far behind. I'd say about 20-30 seconds. And we're gonna get a check here on the wave gate location here. Very nicely done, using the turn jump method from the door. And yet another E-tank. So that's now 5 E-tanks for our runners here. Skarsnik's electing to do a bottom-up sweep. Some runners elect to do bottom-up. Other runners like to do the top-down method. Starting with Mission Impossible, Wave Gate, Spore Spawn Supers, Charge Missiles, and then Charge. If you have speed, even better. Oh my! Well, hello there, beautiful. We have a various suits at Charge Beam. I'm okay with that. One thing that this is going to be really interesting, we don't have a way up worst room in the game yet. High jump boots would probably be the best find right now for a runner who want to do. Oh my gosh! Okay, Skarsnik went in there with pretty low ammo, but had Varia, so would be fine nonetheless. But it's always scary, those side hoppers. So both of our runners. This is something that I need to point out. Both of our runners skipped the Fire Flea Room farm. If you are a new runner learning this game, I highly recommend farming that one extra power bomb. That way, as you can see, our 2 runners are going to be stuck farming for power bombs. And there's no way to go back to that Fire Flea location to fire up the power. What? Where's Owl off to here? Is Owl going to do Sport? Owl, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Owl is going to do Spore Spawn. I'm curious. You know, this is actually kind of interesting. I'm curious. Well, okay, no. Skarsnik just got a powerbomb drop, but where are they off to? Are they gonna skip supers? There's some funky stuff happening in this race now. Are they skipping blue? What? Wait. Okay. They miscalculated the. I was like, are they skipping green Brinstar tube too? Ooh, screw attack. I was about ready to say, I'm curious if Skarsnik finds a powerbomb first before CanadianOwl defeats Spore Spawn, but it looks like Skarsnik ended up finding a powerbomb first. But here we go, we're gonna get our first look here at the Spore Spawn. By the way, I forgot I should mention that what Owl is doing is the logical way of accessing this item. And it's Vanilla Supers. So we're actually going to get a Morph Ball left item construction zone check here from Skarsnik. As Canadian's going to be making their way out and also be doing the same checks as Skarsnik here. And it's yet another super pack. So Skarsnik's already at 40 supers. Definitely a really good number to have if you only have Charge Ice. It's going to be able to get you through every boss in the game. Yeah, we have some funky timers on both sides here. You'll see see Skarsnik's timer do some funky turns. Owl's timer is switching numbers upside down. It's kind of it's really interesting. They both do some really funny. Like look at the 15 on Skarsnik's timer. It's shaking now. It's so funny. Okay, anyways. So this is the decision that a lot of runners are faced with right off the bat here. Do we go up or do we go down? Very likely our runners will go down. In this situation, I actually would go up and skip out on the top of wreck ship, and then head down after clearing out Fantoon. It's runner preference though. Skarsnik is electing to go down. I'm gonna get a look at Spazer, and there's Variabeam. Variasuit for Owl there. I have a feeling. I have this feeling that Owl will go up to wreck ship. So Owl's going to see Screw Attack as well. We'll probably pick that up. Definitely nice. As Skarsnik finds a reserve tank here at Spazer. And again, I'd like to point out that this is a winners round 3 match. CanadianOwl took the first win, and if I take a look at the challenge, oh, and okay, so Canadian's also going to go down. Again, not a bad play. There's a lot open to you down here. It's really just it's a matter of what play do you want to make at any given moment. And Skarsnik's going to be our first runner to reach Crate. So here's the thing. So Skarsnik skipped out on Spore Spawn Supers, but it's not missing anything. So it actually gave Skarsnik yet again another lead. So we've had quite a few lead changes already in this one. And Owl picks up that reserve tank as well. And here we go. Skarsnik is in pre-crade here. We're gonna see if Skarsnik can pull off what is called the crade quick kill. Typically, a runner shoots either charge shots or missiles or super missiles into Crade's mouth, and Crade will stand up, breaking through the arena, and you have to follow them up and kill them while they're above. But there is a certain pixel, or a few pixels, as Crade's arm goes down like this. I'm going to fire 2 missiles into the mouth, one to open the mouth, one to lock the jaw and the hand downward, and then 3 additional supers into the mouth to quick kill them. It prevents Crade from standing up. There are other methods. One that I typically use is a charge shot and 4 supers. That's usually my go-to strat. But no quick kill for Skarsnik. We'll see if CanadianOwl can also go for that. Ooh, and bombs. That's actually really, really nice right now, given they don't have a lot of power bombs. So I'm okay with that, for sure. So here we go. We got Owl going to be given a opportunity to do a crate quick kill. You can kind of see what I was referring to. We'll see what method they elect to go for. They do have charge, and they're going for the 3 or the 2 and 3, and they get it very nicely done. That's going to make back up some time that they've lost checking other locations as well as Spore Spawn. But this is a pretty good race so far. Skarsnik's definitely holding their own. CanadianOwl is very, very good 80% runner. The movement's flawless. But Skarsnik's making some really good plays. Plays that they may or may not know is paying off. Skipping a few item locations. Of course, any one of those item locations could have been something. Huge luck factor involved in this. But doing quite alright so far. As you can see, Skarsnik's timer is whack right now. So funny. Absolutely whack. And it's going to put Owl there. 2/3 0. Oh my. Oh man, these timers are killing me. So here's a check that Canadian can actually probably elect to skip, but is not going to skip. So we have really, honestly, this has been really exciting to watch. Both runners taking the exact same routes, aside from a few item skips and an additional spore spawn. But yeah, Canadian is having some issues here with the ice here, and Owl's just gonna go ahead and take the lead. Oh, never mind, takes a fall there. There's a power bomb. I think, yeah, runners are definitely going to pick that up. But yes, here, 91. These timers are killing me. All right, so again, this has been pretty exciting. You know, we're already 91 minutes in the race, 1 minute and 40 minutes on 1 minute and 40 seconds on Skarsnik's side. So, you know, for Skarsnik to only be playing this game for 1 minute and 47 seconds compared to Owl's 91 minutes. Look at this sync though, for real. Like, all jokes aside, this is really wonderful to watch. It's an E-tank. Both runners are gonna skip it. We got another synced door entry here. Very nice. Oh my, look at this sync. This is too much. I freaking love it. Oh yeah, that little so one thing that Owl did that Skarsnik did not did is Owl manipulated the power bomb at the very top of the blocks, which opened up both the bottom and top, and was able to, and also jumped through with the lag, and so that gave him a little bit of lead. And we have Spazer Beam at high jump E-tank, and Skarsnik is gonna skip over that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Skarsnik skipped over it, and now they're back in the lead. I'm curious if they're gonna get it on the way out. But this is a good spot here for usually, ooh, wave beam. So that's actually my worst fear. Okay, so none of the runners skipped wave gate, but if I were to have skipped wave gate, if I ran out of power bomb, and I didn't want to feel like farming for a power bomb, if I had skipped wave beam and found wave beam there, I would be feeling very uncomfortable, because now that put Wavegate in logic. One thing to note is we now have full Gauntlet access. So Gauntlet is 100% in logic right now. Gravity could be there. Gravity could be chilling out, hanging out, acting all cool, not starting trouble in this neighborhood because it's a good suit and they need it sometimes. But again, these runners are pretty neck and neck. Okay, so I would do the same thing there. I keep forgetting the very I've played a lot of RBO recently. I haven't played a lot of randomizer in the past. And so I'm always confused when, ooh, space jump. I'm always confused when that ledge is gone in randomizer, because in vanilla you can't get up there without, you know, certain items, but with that ledge gone you can get up there with basically anything. So that is a really nice item. Space and screw. That is literally Lower Norfair heaven. Having space and screw is just so wonderful going through Lower Norfair, but even better is when they find gravity. It's going to be really nice. So we got both runners in Bold Mountain. I'm curious, I'm interested to see their routing. Both runners electing to check the right side item here, as Owl's going to go ahead into Bubble Mountain Reserve. Typically, I'll go to Speed, Wave, and then Reserve as I head down, but it's personal preference. There's really no quicker route. Owl's going to continue on to Speed here. And here we go. Gonna be heading up to speed. I'm curious if okay, I was just already say I think Skarsnik might forget that they have space jump, but they're good. They were, I think, did they save? I might have missed that. All right. So what are we gonna find here at speed? Both of our runners making the play here. Skarsnik losing a little bit of time here, as you know, Owl has fully cleared the plasma. Owl has full cleared Bubble Mountain Reserve. Skarsnik has not done that yet, but now we have full beam combo, fam. We are packing it. This is a really good beam combo to have. And it's also one of those moments where you're like, ooh, man, if I would have picked up any more supers, or if my opponent really stopped picking up supers after charge, that's 7 seconds per super pack. So runners were at maybe 15 supers when they found charge, and they have run past like tons of supers. So you're thinking in the back of your head, I have full beam combo right now. How many supers did my opponent skip or pick up? Because 7 seconds per, that's pretty significant if you put them all together. Ooh, Owl takes a dip dive there. Thankfully they have space jump, able to get right back up. We're gonna get a check here at Wave after passing Wave missiles, which were vanilla. And oh my, we're going to Lower North Air. Let's go. We are officially in go mode, everybody. It is go mode, and this definitely plays in the favor of Owl. Owl's movement is incredibly crisp, and yeah, gonna go right down into Lower North Air here. Skarsnik will be running into the gravity suit here very soon. But this is gonna be a really quick seed here by the both of these runners. So again, you know, making this play down to Lower North Air, having Screw in space, it's gonna be really nice movement. Gets the boost, the D boost. Gonna use it to go all the way down and then space jump the rest of the way. And we got some whack timer stuff going on the left side here. Alright, so I mean, all things considered, Skarsnik is having a really good race, but just Owl's movements, it's just really, really good. And this seed has been pretty linear. Had any runner elected to go up, like I would have lost this race if I went up. I mean, I would have skipped out on Wreck Ship, which would have been the right play, but I think I would have been too far behind checking the bottom half of Wreck Ship. It's just one of those cool things about randomizer, right? Like anything can happen. And Skarsnik running into the gravity suit, and they are officially in go mode and about a minute 20 behind, roughly. We'll actually see what Skarsnik elects to do. It's possible. I mean, it's most likely they'll also go down. Yeah, so they're going to go down as well. Yeah. So this has been 100% just the same route with maybe a slight variation in how Bubble Mountain was cleared. But here we go. Gonna make our way down. Yeah, timers are a bit whack. I'm not sure what to believe. Oh, funny story for you guys. So how we do the races, we have SRL, right? And there is what's called a gatekeeper, and they rest within the SRL chat as a runner. And the two runners will ready up, and then the gatekeeper will quit the race, sending the two runners off on the race. Well, what happened was our runners readied up, but they were readied up for like 5 or so minutes, and I accidentally closed my live split, which actually kicked me from the race. So I'm very happy that both runners were looking at SRL chat because they both started exactly at the same time. I did not mean to do that. That was so funny. I was like, no, I just quit the race. It's gonna send them live. Because once I quit, it'll start the countdown. I thought that was really funny. You guys should know that. So what's the lore behind those green mob along the walls? Interesting. Which mob are we talking about? The Foons, the ones that are shooting the fires, or the flames. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Forgot to introduce myself. My name's Jay Chalk. I'm one of the admins here at Speedrunners Arena, and one of the tournament hosts, organizers, and the people who try to put this stuff on for you today. This is a match between CanadianOwl and Skarsnik. The round 3, match 2. CanadianOwl taking match 1 and is looking like this is their race to lose here. Gonna check the item here, which is really interesting. I'm curious if maybe they were looking for speed booster or high jump boots. Most likely speed booster, as they are completely fully equipped outside of maybe a little bit of speed there. Oh, very nice boost through the door there. And Skarsnik is making their way up. And we're gonna get a time here. So Skarsnik is actually going to be checking Fire Flea here. You know, if this is speed and Owl elects to skip it. Oh, it's high jump boots. Not really gonna make a difference overall, but that's definitely a nice item to have. So here comes the high five. As you can see, the movement by Owl has just been pretty stellar. A really nice really fight, and boom, high five, flop flop, and Skarsnik's heading down. Good multiple minutes now behind Owl here. Oh yeah, you definitely want the boots. I'm saying in regards to this particular race we have going on here, it unfortunately won't make a difference for Skarsnik finding these boots in regards to really making a difference coming up. But definitely want the boots. Boots are always super, super nice. Super nice. Sorry, Bullet. We love you. And so, Owl just has... So here's the thing, you know, if you're Skarsnik or Owl, you're feeling either really, really far ahead, or that it's a really, really close race. Because it was so linear, you had the option to go up, which wouldn't have been a bad choice. I mean, given the seed, it would have been a bad choice. A lot of runners decide to make that decision. But it's been just so... you really had to not go out of your way to find items. And Owl, utilizing a new trick that was discovered, to skip having speed through Frog Speedway there is a post-load modification block in the out-of-bounds region that if you shoot it enough times, it actually overloads some stuff and turns those blocks into air blocks, thus allowing you to pass through as if they were nothing. So that's how that works. And here we go. Here we go. Owl already... Oh, there's a strange stuff going on with the timers again. It's kind of funny that both runners are using some funky timers. And Skarsnik electing to farm here. Not only farm, but farming with ice. Farming with ice is pretty slow, unfortunately. But it's gonna be 20 shots here for Ridley with a full beam combo, or the 30 supers that Skarsnik farmed there. Looks like we only got about 3 or 4 getting picked up 2 times already. So Owl is going to be pulling off a trick known as the ice clip to box wound. How it's going to work is we're going to take this Metroid here. We're going to crouch. We're going to aim up. We're going to freeze the Moxoid, and then we're going to jump and press down, and it's going to clip you through the block, allowing you to jump up and pass through. It's actually not as difficult as it looks. It's more difficult getting the right inputs on the jumping and pressing down to make sure you kind of like basically crouch into the Metroid as you jump. And so without speed, we have to pass through the Botswoon E-Tank. That's actually a vanilla E-Tank. And so with bombs, we're going to be able to bomb jump up over the ledges here. And yeah, Owl's just going to continue on. And Skarsnik sitting at II 7 minutes, looking to be about maybe AQ3 diamond behind. Not bad. So going to be making their way out of Lower North right here. And we're going to pay a visit to Botswoon. One thing that we have is Charge and Plasma, which is a very effective way to kill Dragon. Just takes a few plasma shots to the stomach. But if we had X-Ray, we could do what is called a microwave beam, which utilizes all 3 items, and the piercing effect of plasma. Plasma pierces Dragon's body. And if we use the charge attack and then X-Ray as the plasma shots pierces Dragon's body, it will actually damage every few frames instead of one time through the body. So it's a very, very effective way to kill Dragon. You can usually kill Dragon on the very first time out. Ooh, Owl's getting picked up. Gonna get a little bit of a spanking. Never mind, no spankings today. Dragon's like, yeah, and then she's gonna spit some goo. And Dragon's a dead fish. Very nice. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited about Metroid Prime 4. And if you notice how Dragon dies, the babies come and collect Dragon's body. You don't actually see Dragon's body explode like the other bosses. Actually, Crate doesn't really explode either. But you don't really see Dragon's body explode, so we can't really confirm that she's dead, right? I think it would be sweet if somehow Dragon was brought back as one of the main bosses in Metroid Prime 4. Would that not be cool? The babies take Dragon away and nurse her back to health, and then we have a round 2 Dragon match in Metroid Prime 4. Quote me! I think it'd be cool though. So Owl is going to be heading down here without speed. You need to go down through the southern route here. Going to be making your way up out of Meridia Escape into... Yes. The babies, put them on their ship and launched them out before planet exploded. Swap. Alright, so, Skarsnik is gonna be making their way to Dragon here, as Owl's gonna be making their way up Vantoon. Again, plasma shots are an effective way to kill Phantoon, but if we had Plasma, it would be a one-round ordeal. I'm curious where the X-ray beam is hiding, though. And Skarsnik breaks the glass. I just noticed that Amadeus Zeno 2 was added to that. It's really funny. Don't forget to follow these runners. We do have a Sloters versus Dirksu match coming up in a few hours. It'll be a three-way. There will also be D-Drag versus Darkrid. Their match was supposed to be now with these two runners, but will be postponed to coincide with one of the Dirksu Sloters matches. If you don't know, Sloters is the #1 seed in this tournament. They had the quickest time in the qualifier, and Dirksu is also no joke. So that's going to be a very, very good matchup. This is a round 4, I believe. Also, to note, we have actually just signed with the organizers of an Outlast Glitchless tournament. That kicked off this morning. Well, my morning at 6 a.m. I'm in Germany, and 12 a.m. Eastern. The first match was between Horror Does Speedruns and Yossi. Horror Does Speedruns won that game. The second match in the tournament is actually going to be tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys like Outlast and you like glitchless categories, highly recommend coming back for that one. It's a super hype game, super hype tournament. It's gonna be really cool. So all of those matches will be hosted here on SRA. And we're going to get a second look at the ice clip as Owl takes out their fourth and final boss and is going to be making their way to Torion. Also on the schedule tomorrow, excuse me, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, we have round 2 alternative winners bracket between Raikou Rider and Fusion Warrior. They have 2 matches scheduled. A round 3 alternative winners bracket Messer vs. K-Dove, match 1. Actually, Raikou Rider and Fusion Warrior has scheduled all 3 of the matches. We also have Messer vs. K-Dove, which is okay, so 2 matches there, and 2 matches in the 4th round of the alternative winners bracket between Kenny and Mr. Guy Average. So got lots of matches on the 23rd. So if you guys like Super Metroid, definitely come back for that. Yeah, this week is going to be insane, but it's good. The tournament's really starting to move now, which is what we want. The winners bracket, though, is really moving, so that's nice. Yeah, have you scheduled your match 3? My match 3, don't watch, please. Yeah, we got tons and tons of matches in the coming days for multiple different tournaments. So stay tuned for that, fam. And Skarsnik's gonna be taking on Dragon, having an interesting time as Owl is now in to the Torian place. So here we go. Yeah, these timers are funny, right? Alright, now Owl is going to be making their way into the baby room. We'll see if they can pull off. Probably not without high jump boost. That's very difficult. So I don't think Owl will go for that. As Skarsnik has taken out Dragon's going to be heading up to Fantoon now. So this is looking like it's going to be a win for Owl here, but of course anything can happen. Still got, you know, a Mother Brain fight to go through. Torian place. All right. So here we go. So it looks like Owl is actually going to take a save here. He is a smiley face ahead of Skarsnik, which is pretty significant. So we'll see how this pans out for Owl here. Do we know how many minutes or hours did they play? Yeah, right there. Owl has played for Smiley 7, which is looking to be a really good time for them. I think their last match was a Frowny 9, if I remember correctly. Skarsnik finished with a Content 2. Content Phase 2. Actually, you know what? That might be a Content Phase 2, so this is really good pace for Owl here. A Content 8 with a star. Oh, what? Oh, the star is gone. Rip. F in chat. Pay respects. The star is gone. Oh, man. It was such a good run, too. So this is going to be 20 shots here for Mother Brain. Ooh, oh! Owl's not going to need... Oh, okay. Owl's not going to need a haircut for that one. That was pretty tight. And with 7 E-Tanks, we're going to get, with 7 E-Tanks and Owl having a pretty good fight here, we're going to be able to do what's called a standard match. So Owl's going to get himself to above 100, and then quickly damage himself down to, I'm actually not sure how exactly it works. Something about above a certain amount, damage him down below a certain. Then we're doing some charge shots in the face here with full beam combination. It's going to be very nice. We're only going to have maybe 3 or 4 actual rainbow shots at the end of this. There is potential for soft lock without X-ray. If we do end up getting in a soft lock, there's going to be really no good way to get out of it. But here we go. Skarsnik's going to be moving into Fantoon as Owl is going to be moving on to Mother Brain 3. Very nicely done. Now, here we go. Owl's going to be fit. This is a really fast pace. This is going to be a really low 52. So, very nice pace indeed. Definitely top 15 so far in this tournament. And Skarsnik's also not going to have a bad pace either. And I have some really exciting news for you. You guys know Punk, right? Everyone knows Punk. You guys know Sephi. Everyone knows Sephi. You guys know how incredible the rivalry is into. I'm excited to announce that Sephi and Punk are now matched up against each other, and will be facing each other in the SMRAT tournament. It's the moment that we have all been waiting for. This is round 5. This is the Elite 8. Winner moves on to the Final 4. This is for all the guts, all the glory, and for the rightful ownership of the fish. So we will definitely want to keep an eye on when those are matched up, and it's going to be super, super hype. So I'm very excited about that. And there it is. I accidentally left the SRL chat, so I'm not sure what their official SRL time is, but it's somewhere around 53.9, 53.10. So a big GG to CanadianOwl here. They will be moving on. Let me see who they face. They're going to actually face Asder in round 5. So we know that's going to be a pretty hype match as well. So this tournament is just going to continue to just get wildly exciting. So big GG to CanadianOwl there. Would you like to come in for an interview? Give me a second. Fantastic. So, everyone, after today, the Elite 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, will be decided. The final 8 runners in the winner's bracket are going to be the winners between Sloters and Dirksu. And then we have the Cheese Reaver, Sephi, Punk, CanadianOwl, Asder, Fuzda, and Toasty are all in the Elite 8. 4 runners will move on to the Final 4. So, we are nearing the end of the winner's bracket. On the alternative side, we still got some matches that need to finish up. We're hopefully going to get those squared away very soon. But we definitely hype matches incoming. I corrected myself, Swap. I meant there would be 2 matches. I was thinking too far ahead. I was thinking there's going to be 2 matches in the Final Four that are going to be super hype, which I guess also would be Cosmic Rain. And so Skarsnik is looking it to be about a maybe flipped A pace, perhaps. Maybe a crooked C. Not entirely sure. We'll see if they can miss baby skip. There's rip crooked C pace. It's gonna be more like a maybe a busted B, maybe a swapped B, something around there. And we're joined by CanadianOwl. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. GG.
Thanks.
It was a very interesting seed. You guys literally were just screen for screen for most of it. You made the same exact checks. You did Spore Spawn, of course, which was very interesting. I'm guessing you didn't want to have those sit and farm for power bombs.
Yeah. I was hoping I get more. I was hoping I get more drops from Spore Spawn to get. I was hoping I get more power bomb drops.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because Skarsnik. I was making the comment. I'm curious if Owl will get through Spore Spawn to the supers because Skarsnik also didn't have a power bomb. Will Skarsnik get a power bomb before Owl is done with Spore Spawn? But Owl actually elected to just skip Spore Spawn supers, so we never got to see. But yeah, actually, Skarsnik led at a lot of this race at different points. But what really changed it was the go mode and then movement from that point. Once go mode happened, it was just it was movement because it was so really linear. Like all of the items that you guys really needed were just kind of just given to you. Charge under the bridge, fairy at charge, gravity at wave. It was just everything you needed was just right there. Plasma at speed. You really didn't have to go out of your way to check anything. But the thing is what really kept Skarsnik in it was the Spore Spawn play, the going down to check Mother Brain, and also farming as long as you did for the power bombs also set you back a little bit. But overall, it was a really good race. And now you are going to move on to face Asder.
The Sky drop out of the tournament?
Yes.
Okay, that explains it.
So actually, yeah. Okay, so you, Asder, and Skarsnik will be moving down. Let me see who they're going to be facing. Skarsnik will be facing Ravensgrim. And then I will be facing the winner between either Bagel Thief, Skarsnik, or Ravensgrim. Sweet. But yeah, we are now down to our final 8 runners. Well, after Slaughter's and Dirksu's race today, they have all 3 scheduled. We will have our final 8 runners in the winners bracket, which is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on the seed itself?
Boring.
Yeah, I thought so too. It kind of didn't really have you guys do much. It was kind of straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I liked your ice clip attempt at Edekun's.
I was trying to set a power bomb, and that really showed later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I never actually thought about doing ice clip there. It's pretty cool.
Well, the only reason I found that is because John kept on moon dancing down there without power bombs and soft lock there.
That's funny. And what was really funny is you were both using funky timers. So like we were seeing checkpoints and A's and diamonds and stars, and we didn't know at any point did we ever really know what time. Because it was just like, okay, so it looks like Skarsnik is about a diamond and a heart piece ahead. It's really funny. Well, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna be finishing up the race here pretty soon. Skarsnik is now at Mother Brain 2. One thing I should probably mention, I'm sure you know this, Owl, but go to that room to the left, the Firefly room, and farm a powerbomb there before moving on. It's extremely useful for any newer runner out there. I mentioned this farming for a powerbomb.
I saw the credits. I saw the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, never mind. I thought you meant at Lord Warfare.
Oh no. At the coming out of Edekun's.
They didn't really count my power bombs, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the high jump boots at the Firefly, it was okay that you skipped that. You had no reason to check it.
Yeah.
Skarsnik did check and did pick up the high jump boots, but they actually checked that first before going down to.
Mm-hmm.
What is Skarsnik doing here? I don't. Did they forfeit? I'm not in the SRL chat.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Maybe they were typing, perhaps. Okay. So, Skarsnik, Mother Brain 3 is down. Going to be moving into the escape here. Yeah, I love that emote. That's a good emote.
Mm-hmm.
So Skarsnik making their way out, getting hit on the head a little bit by that ledge. Both. Okay, Duck, did you happen to see where Speed was?
I forgot already.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if Skarsnik's credits gets there. Yeah, we never saw Speed, which is kind of interesting.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully,
it was that Rexha B tank.
Oh, nice. Thankfully, you guys found ice. You didn't have to worry about doing any like.
First thing.
Yes, thankfully you had that, so you didn't have to worry about getting through Meridia or having to worry about ice clip or crystal flash clip or looking for either speed or ice. That's always the worst.
I was willing to do high jumplets lava dive if gravity wasn't there.
I was also thinking about that. I was like, with space jump and screw attack, going for a high jump with lava dive, your lower Norfair is going to be pretty safe, pretty free with both space jump and screw attack. So high jump with lava dive would have been an interesting play, but then you ran right into gravity, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Skarsnik is going to be finishing up this race. If Owl could give me that official SRL time, that'd be sweet.
It is 1 hour, 4 minutes, 19 seconds.
GG to Skarsnik. Very good race. We'll now be moving down to face Ravensgrim, which I hope they get those matches scheduled. So we can start getting this alternative winners bracket moving. We're lagging behind in the alternative winners bracket, but I think in the coming days, in the coming weeks, we're going to be seeing lots and lots and lots of matches scheduled. So it's going to be super nice. GG to everybody involved. Could you ask Skarsnik if they would like to interview? Yes, there he is. Okay. And we are joined by Skarsnik. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. That was a fast seed. Wow.
Yeah, that was really fast. You guys took the exact same route. I made a comment earlier that usually when I find Varia in that situation, I'll actually go up, kill Phantom, but skip out on Rex ship. A play like that, definitely in this particular race, would have just decided it because all of your items were just like, here you go, here you go, here you go. Just everything was just out in the open for you guys. One thing that was really interesting is you actually led at different points in this race. He Owl did Spore Spawn because they weren't wanting to farm for the power bombs, and honestly, it was probably quicker because they were just not having good luck with the drops there. So they did Spore Spawn. I think you skipped out on Spore missiles. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have enough power bomb to check everything. I will check later if I really.
Yeah, and so you skipping out on supers and Al doing Spore Spawn definitely puts you in a little bit of a lead. But you know Al's movement is crisp.
Yeah,
so
probably catch on. Yeah, I was like, I probably had, but he probably catch on me in lower Norfair and the rest of the game at this point.
Exactly, and you found gravity about 30 seconds after he did. The way you guys routed Bubble Mountain really mattered. You entered Bubble Mountain at the exact same time, but the way you routed Bubble Mountain, Owl found the gravity ultimately first, and then you were shortly behind. But Owl's movement once they were in go mode, knowing they could just go mode, was just really pure and crisp. Nothing against you, nothing against your movement, but we just know just Owl's movement is just really, really good.
Yeah, when I found gravity, I was like, nothing that can speed up this thing aside, like high jump boots. I was like, yeah, no way to pick item, and I just went check the firefly thing because I was like, I need more energy. Oh, high jump boots. Okay, let's go.
So so fast seed. It was really I would say the only exciting part about it was just how close you guys were. There were so many like perfect door sync ups. It was just really interesting to watch. I'd say, but the seed itself left a lot to be desired. There was
when you are, don't know, in type of when you are like in Norfair and you don't want to get back there because it's so slow, you want to do the optimal orders. You are like, I want to find gravity. I want to find something to go to Rayleigh first because it's faster. You always want to do that. That's why when you don't find, that's why in this rondo, when I don't find Varia before Norfair, I'm like, I need to go to the wreck ship. But Norfair, like, I can find a jump or something to make the lava die, so I can clear lower Norfair because there's nothing there.
Yeah, either high jump boots or gravity. I just like you. I'm like, please, can at least be one of these so I don't have to come back here.
Yeah, you never want to. No, lower Norfair, especially in this logic, will have nothing of value. I mean, probably maybe speed booster or something for improve your movement. It will not be on one item because you need space jump and gravity and variat in the logic. So you kind of have everything if you go into Norfair respecting the logic. So there's nothing in lower Norfair most of the
time. But yeah, so you move down into the alternative winners bracket. You face Ravensgrim.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then the winner of that match goes on to face Bagel Thief, and the winner of that match goes on to face me. So I'm excited to see who I get to face between you three.
We will see.
Yeah, and then CanadianOwl, Asder, in the Elite Eight. So it's going to be super nice. So any final words from our two runners here?
Oh, you still there?
Nothing much to say.
Yeah, nothing much to add. I just need to practice. I was pretty sure all will catch on me if I'm ahead gravity. I was find gravity. Maybe all is probably behind, but it will catch on me. Because there are a lot of the game to go. So have a good evening, people, or day, or whatever for you. See you next time.
Yeah.
guess.
Thank you guys so much for racing. Thank you guys so much to chat for hanging out. And I've been J Chalk, and this has been SRA, and we're going to send a raid to Asder. So everyone, give a big hello to him. And we'll see you guys in a few hours with the DJ Darkrid Dirksu Sloters 4-way. And there's other Dirksu Sloters matches as well to follow. So stick around, and don't forget about the Outlast Glitchless tournament match tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, as well as other matches on Tuesdays for Super Metroid Randomizer Tournament. Okay, have a fantastic day, and goodbye.
You too.